Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a little bit. So, how's everyone doing? That's great. Recently, lately, whatever, whichever word you want to use, I've been watching a lot of anime. I mean, a lot of anime, like all day, because apparently you can watch it for free on YouTube, but like not the edited versions. Just like people will get an anime and upload it on YouTube, and it'll stay up for like a few days. So I've been like constantly looking up stuff, and yeah, I've been bypassing Crunchyroll and Funimation because I'm not paying for a streaming service. But oh, and I don't sail the high seas because I don't know where the high seas are. So I just use YouTube. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of anime lately, and the ones I've been watching seem to have the same theme where it's like a harem anime. I don't know. I just think harem animes are so funny and stupid at the same time because I just can't picture it happening in real life because I'm not a top 10 percenter. But I'm sure if you're a guy who's like, one of those 10 percenters, you probably do have a harem. So, just I'm just trying to see how the other half lives, or I mean, how the other 10% lives. But anyway, I saw something stupid in the news recently. Okay, if you're gonna commit a crime, it doesn't matter what crime it is. It could be a felony, it could be a misdemeanor, it could be you jaywalking. Don't post it on social media. I don't understand these people. Um, like, what was it a couple weeks ago? Um, the football, like the NFL playoffs. Once again, I don't follow the NFL. I stopped following the NFL the day Colin Kaepernick started kneeling because I don't watch protesters. Same with the NBA. I don't watch protesters. And I think the NHL had a few protesters. But basically, I stopped watching sports, professional sports, when they started protesting, and I still haven't come back. So whatever. But anyway, um, the Bills had a playoff game a couple weeks ago, and this couple at the game used fake vaccination cards to get in because in some states it's like you need there's mandates and all this crap. So like if you want to eat inside a restaurant, you have to show proof that you're vaccinated or a negative test. It's so stupid. Even over here where I live, you know how like I love sushi. Well, anyway, the sushi place that me and mommy will go to, you have to show proof of vaccination. Now I just think that's stupid because once again there is no vaccine, so I don't understand. I mean, because like vaccines cure and prevent a disease. Like you get the polio vaccine. If you get the polio vaccine, you don't get polio, and you don't spread polio. It's like the cure for polio because it's a vaccine. You get it? It's a vaccine. It cures it. Okay, well, there is no vaccine for the fantasy flu right now. It's called a vaccine, but it's not a vaccine. So, technically, no one has proof of being vaccinated because no one's vaccinated. The logic, it just makes no sense. But anyway, I'm totally against showing papers like this is in Germany. So anyway, I don't have any papers, so obviously we don't eat at our restaurant anymore. But that is whatever. My life hasn't changed. But anyway, to get into the Bills game, you had to show proof, okay? So this couple gets into the game, and apparently they had fake vaccination cards. So what do these idiots do? Like, mid game, they start posting on, I think, their Instagram showing, I'm sorry, bragging about getting into the game using fake vaccine cards. So what happens next? Like literally 5 minutes after this, someone on their social media tells on them. And to make a long story short, they're now facing federal charges. They can serve up to 7 years in jail for using fake vaccine cards. Can you believe that? We we live in a country where you need a vaccine card or whatever for a fantasy flu that has a 99.9% chance of survival. You need a card to show you're had a had a shot against that, which makes no sense because people who have the shot can still spread and get the disease. So it doesn't make sense. Anyway, they're still facing 7 years in jail for this because 20 minutes after they use their cards, they're posting it on social media. Why would you, that's like breaking into a car and live streaming. Hey man, I'm breaking into this car. I'm gonna go on Facebook Live real quick. That doesn't make sense. It's like going on a drug deal to buy some meth, and you have a camera crew with you. You're on, you're live streaming on Twitch, doing a drug deal. Why would you do that? Why would you, bury a hooker in your backyard and put it on Snapchat? It makes no sense. This is another example of Darwinism. It really is. The level of intelligence shown by these two people is immeasurably dumb. Both of these people have IQ in the negatives. Why would you commit a crime and then take pictures of the proof and then post it on social media? Please explain this. Please explain this. I mean, like, I understand, like, some dumb monkey who lives in Chicago who, like, shoots up his own neighborhood. Yeah, I understand why that person would, like, whatever, steal a car radio and live stream it, or do a drive by and live stream it. I understand why that person would do it, because those are subhumans. That's why they all live in one area, and that's why the government lets them kill each other. That's just how it is. But I mean, this is a white couple. Come on. I thought you guys, I thought you guys were smart. But anyway, well, no, they were smart, but I mean, they were smart enough to use a a fake card, but they were arrogant. They were arrogant enough to post it. There you go. I'm doing what the media does, putting some spin on it. Anyway, I just don't understand people who are just so stupid. But whatever, it is what it is. Oh, so I wanted to add another woman to the hot list because trying to keep it positive. I'm gonna add a woman, Tanya Buxton, to the hot list. She's a British TV presenter. Now, before you think or assume her age, she's 54 years old. How many times have I said, good looking is good looking, it doesn't matter the age, and ugly is ugly, it doesn't matter the age? That's why, like, when someone goes, oh, well, so and so is good looking for their age, I'm like, well, no, they're either good looking or not. Age doesn't matter. And so, just because, I usually name K pop idols who usually are on the younger side, because I usually name newer ones, but like So Young Choi is like 31, and I've said she's hot. And I've been saying Yuna from ITZY's gorgeous for years, and she's what, 19 now, I think. I mean, I don't care how old she is. She's just hot though. But anyway, the point is, I don't base this on age. So like, I don't want people thinking I'm ageist. But she's 54 years old, smoking hot body, smoking hot face. She's on the list. Okay. Just gonna repeat that. Tonya Buxton is on the list. She has the same name as Baby Spice, Emma Buxton, but her name is Tonya Buxton. Anyway, and of course, if I put someone on the hot list, I'm gonna put someone on the ugly list. You ready? Courtney Cox. Jesus Christ, how have the mighty have fallen? And I'll tell you how she fall, or she fell. I can't talk. Plastic surgery. Courtney Cox was a good-looking woman, and now that I think she's 50. Damn, the plastic surgery just doesn't look good on her. She looks horrible. She doesn't look like Courtney Cox at all. If Courtney Cox would have just aged gracefully, she would actually be on the hot list. Courtney Cox was one of my favorite women of all time. I first saw Courtney Cox in a Bruce Springsteen music video, like Dancing in the Night or something like that. And she was the girl in the crowd that Bruce pulled out and on stage, and they started doing this stupid 80s dance where you swing your arms back and forth and you kind of take a step side to side. You know, it's the kind of dance that anyone can do, which is fine. That's kind of why. Well, that's one of the main reasons why I like 80s, and especially 80s movies. It's like everyone could dance like that, so like everyone was a good dancer. 80s was all about everyone gets to fit in. That's the one thing I miss about the 80s. Everyone was like cool. You know? Everyone fit in. Didn't matter if you were a nerd. It was cool being a nerd. How many movies were it was like the nerd guy was the cool guy? How many movies were like the the jock was the cool guy? It was just like everyone had a time to shine in the 80s, you know? 80s was a good time. Anyway, that's when I first saw Courtney Cox, and then she was on a TV show I think called Misfits, where it was like these high school kids that had superpowers. And I remember the funniest one where like the black guy could shrink and all of his clothes would come off, so he have to hide. His power made no sense. And I forgot what Courtney Cox's power was, but she was hot. She was just a good-looking woman. And then she did bit parts now and then she was on Friends. You know? Pete Courtney. And then after Friends, she started getting plastic surgery, and it messed her up. And now that I think she's 50. Wait, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna tell you right now how old Courtney Cox is, but I'm pretty sure she's 50. Yep, that's the advantage of just having the internet right at your fingertips. How old is Courtney Cox? Jesus Christ, Courtney Cox is 57 years old. Well, she looks like a plastic 57. That's the problem. You know what? Courtney Cox looks like Megan Fox. And Megan Fox looks like, okay, Megan Fox, who used to be on the hot list, is now on the ugly list. Megan Fox looks like a plastic doll. So Courtney Cox looks like that same plastic doll, except it's been out in the sun a little too long. It's like all these women who get the plastic surgery, they all end up looking the same. It's like if you do a side by side pic of Courtney Cox and Megan Fox, Courtney Cox looks like Megan Fox older. That's it. And it's sad. And like the best looking one out of all those women from Friends is like Jennifer Aniston, but I don't think Jennifer Aniston had plastic surgery. And Lisa Kudrow, she looks good too, but because she looks natural. She just looks like she's like Lisa Kudrow is 58 years old. She looks like a 58-year-old woman, and there's nothing wrong looking your age, but she looks natural. And natural is a lot better than looking like a plastic face. So I want to hand it to Lisa Kudrow and Jennifer Aniston though, because at least they're not ashamed of looking their age. There's nothing wrong with looking your age. It's better to age gracefully than age like plastic. I don't know what else to say. Like, I just don't get it. Like, how many more examples do we need of a person looking horrible after getting plastic surgery? So I don't know why these people still do it. Listen, you can't look 20 forever. It's. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what's. I mean, like, look at like what's that chick's name? What's that chick that still looks like she's like 10? Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, I'm pretty sure is 30. Okay, but like, she's maybe a genetic freak because she still kind of looks like a kid. But imagine if she had plastic surgery. She would look like Courtney Cox and Megan Fox. It'd be like it's just not it's I don't know, it's just not natural. Okay, actually, I found some pictures of Selena Gomez. She actually looks 30 now. Okay, so good because I was starting to think I was starting to think that she was a vampire. It really was. Not that I was going to do anything about it. Anyway, oh, so I saw this great commercial. Um, have you heard of Kayak? It's like this app or website, whatever, where like, let's say if you want to take a flight, you type in, I want to fly to LA to Boston, and then you use Kayak, and Kayak finds the airline that has the cheapest tickets, or like the hotel with the cheapest. It does the work for you. It just finds the cheapest way, supposedly. So I'm watching this Kayak commercial, and it's this lesbian couple, and the woman uses Kayak. She goes, "Oh, like I found a flight or whatever," and this is her girlfriend is chopping up food, and I think pounding meat or like cracking nuts, whatever. She's doing something in the kitchen where she's like using a hammer to like, I think I'm pretty sure to crack some nuts because it is a lesbian. That's what lesbians like to do. So the lesbian that has the app, like her phone, she's like, I found it, but like I think we have to do something else Thursday, so we can't go. The lesbian that is like, I think breaking the nuts, because lesbians break nuts. She starts pounding like the kitchen, whatever, like the cutting board with like the hammer in a threatening manner, staring at her girlfriend, going like, "We're gonna go no matter what." And the first thing I thought was, well, that's seems that seems legit because roughly I think it's like roughly like 45% of every lesbian relationship is abusive. So I was like, that's good that they actually portrayed it the right way. That's one thing that people don't talk about. Half of lesbian relationships are abusive, and that's the first time I've seen a commercial where they actually like portrayed it the right way. So I want to give it up to Kayak for, even though they did a woke commercial, they did a honest commercial because lesbian couples lead all other types of couples when it comes to domestic abuse. So I wonder how many lesbians saw that commercial, was like, oh my god, that's me, or the lesbian that does the abuse who sees that commercial. Oh my god, that's how it should be. Man, I'm glad I'm not a lesbian. Jesus Christ. Uh, Also, my parents are glad too. Anyway, I think I've said enough. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.